Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams Midwillamette. For all your real estate needs, go to teamgillette.com. And thank you to our new sponsor, Joseph Gonzalez and In the Game Group. For more information, go to joseph@inthegamegroup.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Here we are, ready to roll for another Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time now. Yes, I need to get that in. We have jump times. We've scooted ahead, sprung forward an hour. Scott, are you happy for more sunshine?
You know, it's funny because there's a lot of discussion around this changing of the clocks, and here we are live at 7 a.m. But for some people, it feels like 6 a.m. People who get up early, the time change isn't such a big deal. It's I'll just say that. I like later in the afternoons, but the time shift is just kind of inconvenient for scheduling with people. But here's my thought. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective, because it turns out time travel is possible. Because at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, we were instantly teleported 1 hour into the future. And then coming this fall, we're going to have the opportunity to relive an entire hour of our lives. However, most people are going to miss the opportunity because they're going to sleep right through it. So anyway, it's all about perspective.
Well, you know what? It's interesting because the keynote I have tomorrow, talking a lot about perspective on life, through life's challenges and life's ups and downs and all that you have. It's really your perspective. And, you know, on the daylight savings time thing, I like the longer days. I'm an early morning guy, and it's always dark when I'm up in the morning, out walking and doing my stuff anyway. So I don't really care the time change in the morning, but I do like the longer days. It is a blessing. But jumping around with the schedule is a little challenging, especially when you're dealing with people around the world that they don't change at the same time and fluctuate all over the place. So, well, listen, what do you got going on this week, Scott? What exciting things are happening in the life of D. Scott Smith?
Well, so at 9 a.m. Pacific time, of course, it's the Aging Better Network with Christine Smith, and I get to produce that program every week. Unscripted conversations about the aspects of aging. So everyone needs to tune into that. Go to Christine's LinkedIn page, Christine-Smith. You'll find her there, or agingbetternetwork.com. And then this afternoon, I get to, I'm in Cami Hoysa's Smart Social Mastery program. And she has a co-working space every Wednesday afternoon. And it's just a time to help focus in on things that are important for our own lives and business. And we all need to set that time aside. And then Friday, it happens to be St. Patrick's Day, but it's also the third Friday of the month, which means it's the time of the virtual global tea break, co-hosted with Alan Hennessy in Dublin, Ireland. However, his wife said, Now, you're not going to be doing that tea break thing on St. Patty's Day, are you? And so he'll still pop in, but Cami Hoysa is going to be our guest co-host, and she's involved in a project with Mark Schaefer, great marketing brain, a new book that's coming out, and so she has a lead role in organizing the various contributors for that. So it's going to be a good week, and I encourage people, globalteabreak.com, definitely you want to check that out.
Yeah, well, I tell you that I was blessed to be brought into that group right up towards the beginning of
absolutely.
the start.
Mhm.
I think I only missed one meeting on that, and I was blessed to get to know Cami very soon, and she was just a blessed. She came into Portland and gave me a call and gave you a call, Scott, and we were able to meet with her. She also, tomorrow, my keynote, going to use, this looks familiar, doesn't it? Going to be talking about things out of befuddled, live the life you choose, and she was a actual endorsement on that book early on. So what a blessing she has been. Hey, I just want to tell everybody I got all kinds of things coming up this week. Don't forget Marketing with Russ every Monday and Thursday. And the Russ Reels Live this Thursday is going to be awesome. We're talking about live streaming. Have some incredible people on that you don't want to miss. So that's coming up at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this Thursday. But also the keynote tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. What a blessed group. Involved with some people actually here in the town that I live in, but I'm super excited about that. Today, though, I'm going up for, thank you everybody for your continued prayers for me, going for an immunotherapy infusion treatment today. Life is good. I'm moving forward with all that I've got going, but I also got to meet a couple old friends from high school today for lunch and dinner after before and after the treatment. So that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm super excited about that. But today, we get friends that are here with us, Sharvette and Alex, that are two amazing individuals. This is part 2 because we had such a great discussion before. So we're going to, before we get going too much further, we're just going to jump in, bring Sharvette in the room and get started. What do you think, Scott?
Indeed.
All right. And here she is, Sharvette. Ta-da!
Hello. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Hello to the audience as well.
Yep. Yeah, and it is a global audience tuning in, Canada, Singapore, and all around the world, including Independence, Oregon. There she is, the
international
the Giropreneur.
Well, you are such an amazing person, Sharvette. From the moment you and I talked, what a blessing you are, and I love what you're all about. So tell everybody that missed part 1. Who is Sharvette and what are you all about?
All right. Thank you so much again. Hello, everybody. I'm Sharvette Mitchell, hailing from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, and I'm the founder of Mitchell Productions. And we work with small businesses, entrepreneurs to help them generate more revenue by focusing on 3 things: their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. And I do that primarily with one-on-one services and also with our 12-month platform builder program, which is based off of our 6-part framework. And just excited to be here and continue our conversations and discussions.
Yeah, well, it was such a good one before, Sharvette. We could barely contain ourselves to the half hour. And Mr. Mayor himself of Albany, Oregon, Alex Johnson, is joining us. Whoop, whoop.
Hello everyone.
Greetings, Mayor.
Good morning, and hello everyone to everyone around the world and locally. It's great to be here, and I'm looking forward to the conversation with Sharvette and I was with Russ and Scott. It's fantastic.
Well, I got to tell you, Alex, that you are, if I was ever going to point to a politician who really cares about people and does what I think they should do, it would be you. From our early conversations, you and I have been blessed to be friends for a long time now, but you really spoke to me about how you really cared and wanted to get things done for the people in your community. And so anyway, I don't want to give all of the great things about you away, but tell everybody, who are you in case they missed part 1, and what are you all about?
Well, I'm Alex Johnson II. I am the founder of TrueLife Financial Solutions. We specialize in insurance solutions for every season of life: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And we also, I was blessed enough to be elected my second term as the mayor of the city of Albany, Oregon, by 78.25%. And so I'm extremely excited about serving my community. And if you take a look at Albany, Oregon, it's transforming and it's beautiful. We had a groundbreaking yesterday for a new Hyundai dealership. We have a new Subaru dealership coming in. Our waterfront redevelopment has started, and we're tearing down an old building of Wells Fargo downtown. And business is thriving. Businesses are coming here to be a part of the Albany experience.
Yeah, they are. And a lot of it's because of you. And one thing that you and I have talked about too is, I love being involved with nonprofits and community-minded organizations and helping out the Y, the Mid-Willamette Family Y in Albany. That covers the whole Mid-Valley, but they're doing such amazing things that it's helping the city of Albany bring in amazing amounts of people to build commerce and the economy and all the things that are going on. So I just get so excited, and you're always on board with that, Alex, and that's what I love.
It's going to get better. So Chris Reese, the president and CEO, is doing a great job. And me as a former sports official, umpiring softball for 14 years and refereeing football for 25 years, we're looking at bringing in tournaments and tourism to the city through my connections with USA Softball and other organizations. I'm talking cheerleading championships. I'm talking soccer championships, bringing everything to the name of city, like I moved session. And so I want us to be truly living up to that name. And so from the coast to the Idaho, from Southern California to the Canadian border, we're the hub on I-5, and we want people to come here and enjoy being with us.
For sure. Well, Sharvette, now you're going to be talking to Alex here about branding the city and marketing the city. What would you tell him right now?
Oh, wow. So here's what I would say. Influencer marketing. I would connect with influencer. And when I say influencers, internet influencers, TikTok and Instagram in particular, that are doing reels, and have them go around the city, spotlight restaurants, spotlight businesses, and use their network. And there's proof all over the place that influencer marketing, that kind of grassroots feels like marketing with influencers, is getting very high return on investment. That's what I would advise.
Those are great things, and the city has so much to offer. There's the town of Albany's been around for a while, and they have a really well done waterfront and revitalized downtown area. My wife and I were just there this last week at Novak's Hungarian restaurant. And Joe Novak, for people from the area, would know that he was a force. He wasn't just a restaurant owner. He really cared about the community, and his family is continuing that tradition. And he's one of that business. The restaurant is one of the key points in the downtown, and they have the carousel. And I'll just key that up for Alex to talk about what's going on with the carousel right there in the heart.
So Scott, I will tell you, the carousel is our focal point downtown. We have a beautifully done carousel. The actual apparatus itself was found in the front yard of one of the Denzel family members, and it came from Coney Island to the northwest, and it is absolutely fabulous. We have a museum down below with donated animals from different organizations, but we have the Denzel carved animals down below. And we're a menagerie, so we're not just horses. We have ducks, we have fish, we have bears, we have dragons, and it is an absolutely stunning place to be. There's a paint studio there. We actually teach young people how to carve, and everyone how to carve. And I have my annual Better Together Christmas party there for my Better Together network, and we have a great turnout. We actually have Kentucky Derby celebration coming up. Our carnival's coming up this summer. If you come to Albany, Oregon, if you don't go to the carousel, you've really missed out on a really great adventure.
Well, you know what I love about Albany, Alex, is there are so many great things like you just spoke about, but the people involved in them are so amazing. You talked about Chris Reese with the Y, who I work with. Peggy Burris, that does the carousel, is amazing. And we just were chatting. She's an amazing friend. And there's so many highlights in the city that kind of help it stand apart, because it's a really group that really cares about others. And I love that. I think when you're dealing with marketing, Sharvette, and when you're dealing with people and what they're trying to get their image and their visibility out there. I'm huge on visibility, right? We love
Right.
this live streaming because it brings great visibility to everything we're doing. And so when you're looking at communities like this or businesses, the community operates like a business. So looking at businesses, what are some of the top things to help raise that visibility besides those amazing ideas you already gave?
Yeah. And so people always rely on and depend on the opinion of other people. And so reviews, testimonials, asking for those from your current customers and highlighting that in store, highlighting that through email marketing, highlighting that on your social media and any of your communication channels is one of the great ways that can help keep that word of mouth marketing going. Yes, certainly pay for all of the big major, things that you can do with your marketing, but word of mouth is still very much popular and very much a driving force. And so how do you boost that and highlight that? So really leaning into customers that you've already provided services for, reviews, testimonials, and raise that up to get more business and clients.
Well, Alex is nodding. He was busy taking notes there. I think what's
you actually
so
saw me
important.
doing that?
Yeah, I did. He's going, wait, okay, that's a good idea, Sharvette. Okay, I'll have to call you on that later. What I love about word of mouth, I'm all about that. When COVID hit and we were thrust onto online, I just took my in-person model, moved it online, but now we have that hybrid, right? Where we do things like this, wonderful, amazing things with you guys online, but also in person and that word of mouth. And that's where the hashtag Russ Selfie all started, working with people, getting them connected and getting them to remember who you are, raising that visibility so they would say, hey, this Russ guy is the guy you need to talk to. Hey, Sharvette is amazing. D. Scott, nobody better. And Alex, the best mayor ever. When people start spreading that good word, you're right. There is nothing like that word of mouth and referrals. And especially in your insurance business and things you're dealing with, right, Alex? You got to have that word of mouth.
Yes. The word of my customers do me the greatest honor referring literally everyone they know to me. I can't tell you, just added Illinois based on referrals from someone that took a trip to Illinois and was bragging about me to their friends and family back in Illinois. And I've gotten 7 or 8 phone calls in the last 4 days just because they went back and told them their story about working with me over the last 5 years. Word of mouth has been really good. I haven't made a cold call, honestly, in 6 years, 7 years. I have no intention of making any more. But I do
just
have
having a discussion about cold calling and that cold calling is really dead because how many of us answer our phones with caller ID when it doesn't have a name in there? If it doesn't say Sharvette, if it doesn't say Alex, if it doesn't say Russ, I'm not answering it.
I have to, though. I have to.
You have to because it's a potential customer.
Well, first of all,
but it's not a cold, it's not a cold call.
Everybody that has my business card in Albany has my cell phone number. Every mayor I've given it to has my cell phone number, and every one of my clients has my. And so they give it to my referrals, and my referrals call me, and I have to answer.
Your referrals are calling you, but they're not. You're not cold calling out,
right?
Because and that's the difference. And this is where the whole branding thing comes in too, because it's, as we say, it's not what you know, it's who you know, but it's not even who you know, it's who knows you. Right, Sharvette?
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah.
Well, I absolutely agree with you, Scott. And the thing is, I have done a workshop for years called Turn Cold Calling into Making Friends, and because I feel like it's all about making friends, building community. Alex, I'm with you 100%. I don't have to do cold calls anymore because people come to me because I've got so many friends that I work with. It's people that you're just having conversations with, and you're saying, hey, and then if you got things to sell and you got things going on because you got to do business, they want to be involved with you because you're their friend and you're somebody that makes a difference in their life. So Sharvette, with marketing, I have found over the years, and I want you to chime in on this, and visibility and all that, that it's so important to continue to be consistent. and all that you're doing. A lot of people do one hitters, right? They
Yeah.
throw little promotions out there. They do stuff, but consistency wins. The slow and steady wins the race, right? The turtle keeps on going.
Yeah.
Speak to that.
Yeah, I always say that branding is made up really of two things: visibility and consistency. Let me prove it. We think about McDonald's, right? And those of you that have had little kids, little children, you could take a 3-year-old who does not know how to read or does not know how to write, and if you go past McDonald's and don't stop and get the Happy Meal, they will scream and holler and throw up a panic attack. Why? Because McDonald's has been visible and consistently every so many miles you're going to see a McDonald's. And so you're absolutely right. People will throw out, I'll have clients say, well, I put my t-shirt, I put a post out about my t-shirt and nobody bought. You put one post out one time. No, consistency is going to win the race. And the other thing is that people need a couple of iterations to see your stuff before they buy. In most cases, they're going to need to see, studies say 7 times. We might say that's cut down now with social media, but people need to see and interact with your brand multiple times before they pull their card out, or before they make a decision to buy. And then the higher your price point is, that can be even a longer sales cycle.
Yeah. Well,
I agree with that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alex. Okay. I think completely that way, Sharvette, is because if you are consistently putting in time with people, they know that you care too, right? And one thing, like on social media stuff, everybody says, well, how do I get people to watch my live stream? How do I get people to engage with me? Well, it's because you engage with them and show that you care with them and you're consistent with that. That's marketing yourself, marketing who you are, and actually showing people that you care about them. I love the quote that I use over and over and over by John Maxwell that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if you care about others, they're going to care about you. Right, Alex?
I totally agree with you. I believe, honestly, that the most abused or taken advantage of demographic in the United States is seniors. And as they age and it becomes more and more difficult to access services, the treatment of those seniors gets worse and worse by the person on the other side of the counter. And I'm sure we've all seen it in stores. We've seen it in videos. And so I try to make my office a safe space. I have one clock in my office and the watch on my arm. And so when a new senior walks into my space, my office manager greets them. Alex is going to have you go in the conference room, find out if you want water or coffee. And then when I walk in the room, I actually take my watch off and put it in a drawer to let them know I'm with them for the time that they're with me. And it has been wonderful because I've heard people tell me, why'd you take your watch off? I said, I don't want you concerned about me looking at my watch. I'm here with you. Let's get to know one another and let's see if we're going to be a good fit with each other, because I know how to help you with your insurance needs. And they go tell their friends, this guy, I just met him, took off his watch, greeted me, explained how things work. You got to go talk to him.
Being present.
It really lets them know that I'm there with them in that moment. And then one of the things that I've done over the years has been, whenever one of my clients' husbands passes away, they either give me ties before or they give me ties after the person's life event changes, life experience changes. And I put those ties in a baggie with their name in it. And so when I go visit her for a meeting or for coffee, I actually put one of her husband's ties on, because it's out of respect for them and that their husband took the time to sort them for me and make sure that I got the ties that he wanted me to have. And so little things like just acknowledging them, calling on birthdays. My florist, the one I used to buy my clients' flowers from, she retired and she's no longer doing it. You all know who she is. And so I'm finding ways to let my clients know I care, and whether even it's just a 5-minute phone call or a coffee talk with a reading group or something like that, I'll go out and make those conversations happen. Yeah.
Well, I learned years ago, I have a friend named Daryl, and Daryl's been on this show actually a couple times. He was my big brother in college in the frat I was in. And Daryl was the perfect example of what you just said, focusing on people. And he is that way today. I introduced him to my family years ago. Now, when he first met them was probably 10 years ago. When he first met them, he focuses on the person. He doesn't look around. He doesn't look at his phone or his watch. He says all these affirmations about how great this person is, what they're saying, all this stuff. He's focused in making you feel like you're the most important person in the room. And then he goes to the next person, does exactly the same thing. And I think when we're with customers and we're doing things, when we have that focus, when we remove the digital devices and remove the distractions, people know then that we really care because we're showing we care by our actions, right, Sharvette?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that really still ties into marketing. And so continuing how you serve clients, continuing how you interact with your clients, that is really still a part of marketing. That doesn't stop. You're still building your brand that way by wearing the tie and sending flowers. It's all still a part of it.
And I love the whole thing about consistency. So when we're doing our connecting marketing digitally, it should not be different than what we do personally. So when you put posts out, and you should do this, and don't be lazy, right? As you said, Sharvette, one and done won't do it. So don't be lazy, be consistent with it, take the time, put the energy into it, but engage with people. And this is what I see in a lot of cases is that if a person were to walk into your office, into your brick and mortar business, you would acknowledge them. You would get up, you'd shake their hand, you'd look at them in the eye. You would ask them a question, they respond, and you would engage and respond back. In so many cases on the digital side, brands are broadcasting out messages, but they have a blind ear, if that's a phrase we can use.
Yes, I love that. I'm always telling clients that your in-person brand should not contradict with your online brand or vice versa. There should not be a contradiction. Your brand is multidimensional, but it should be consistent all the way around. So how I see you online, if you show up for a speaking event or to meet somebody for coffee, you should not be unrecognizable. That's what I'm a big proponent of. I know there are a lot of options out there to get pictures done and, glamour shots and all that kind of. No, you just need a good picture of you on a good day.
Yeah, and a recent picture.
Yes,
most recent
prom picture.
We want to be forever young, maybe. I don't know. But
I love that.
School, my senior picture is probably not the one I need on my LinkedIn profile.
No.
Oh, that's so funny because people do that too.
I've seen pictures of you.
They do.
People use pictures of their younger or things that are not recognizable. They do that all the time, and I think that's so important because you need to be you, right? And I think that it's okay, the way you look now is you, and that authentic and just really vulnerable you, right? Okay, so I have less hair than I had in high school. It's all good. It's a lot easier to take care of. So, I mean, you just move on with life and enjoy it. All about, back to what I love to talk about, living your best life now. And we are, Alex brought this up earlier, the Better Together group that is a senior group in the Mid-Valley. What an amazing place. And Alex and I knew each other long before this, but Samantha, who runs that group, is an amazing friend, both of ours. And it's all about bringing people together because we're better together. And this is a good theme for companies and business. And when you're doing things in business with other companies and marketing, we are better together when we work together. That word of mouth, that visibility happens when we work with people, not against people, when we work with them, right? And people ask me from the get-go, why do you bring people on your show that do the same thing you do? Because I love to make friends in industries that I'm in, that I can learn from and I can grow with, and I can support them and they support me. It just makes me better. And so I think we're always better together, right, Alex?
I totally agree with you. I think that it hits it right on the head for me. Whenever I represent Albany anywhere, and like Sharvette was mentioning about being consistent, so purple is my color. So when I wear purple, when I represent Albany, I wear a purple shirt and a tie with purple and blue or red in it. And the reason for that is I believe with today's political climate, how bad things have gotten, we're separated in these two buckets in blue and red. And it's really, for me, I'm governed from the middle. I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm governed from the middle. So when did we learn that blue and red made purple? We're children. We didn't care what color your hair was. We didn't care how big your feet were. We didn't care if you wore Nikes or Pumas or Adidas. We just wanted to go out and go hang out and play ball or go to the park and play some hoop, get on our bikes and ride we had to beat the street lights home, and it was just, we were just kids. We're just young folks learning life together and experiencing life experiences together. And we were better together because as we were stronger as a group than we were as individuals. And our world as we aged through time, we became blue and red. Our external influences, our experiences through work or travel, it made us this blue and red world. And I'm done with it, quite frankly. I'm done. And so my message, I call that my sandbox speech. And it's really important for people to understand when you come, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, if you're going to help me make our city a better place to live, let's get to work and stop talking about it. I do mean that 100%.
Yeah. Well, and I want to say, Alex, there's one thing I love about you, because people are people. When did we forget that it's actual people? We all don't agree on everything. We're always going to disagree on things, and that's okay. That's what makes the world interesting. But what happened to the times when we could actually talk about it and work together, come up with a good idea that worked for everybody, right? Instead, we don't get anything done. And that's one thing I love about all that you do. So being the responsible host, I know Scott's looking at me like, it's time, Russ, it's time. We are out of time for today. So, but you two are so amazing. This is going to be like an ongoing series, I think, with you two. But we're going to let you both give us your gold nuggets of the day, what you want people to really remember. And then how do people get in touch with you? And Sharvette, ladies first.
All right. Thank you again for having me. Thank you to all of the viewers that are live and also watching the replay. I am Sharvette Mitchell. Easy way to find me, sharvettemitchell.com will take you to our main website and you can find out all of the details there. And just from our marketing and branding standpoint, I think the thing that we are raising up is to be consistent, to be consistent, to be visible and consistent. And that's going to raise your visibility of whatever you are promoting, your business, your organization, your nonprofit, or your ministry.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Consistency, hang in there, everybody. Keep showing up, right? Keep showing up. Alex, you're next.
So for me, TrueLife Financial Solutions is my company, and the Leaf is my brand. And we honestly have solutions for every aspect, every season of life, winter, spring, summer, and fall. If you'd like to know your options, just give me a call or go to our website at TrueLifeFinancialSolutions.com and make an appointment, or just call my number, 541-705-064. I am licensed in 20 states and will fit, but I'd love to chat with you about your concerns and see if we can find a solution. On the political side, on the scene, you'll be quite happy with what you see. Concerts coming this summer. We're going to have an excellent opportunity to connect with people, have some great food downtown, and look at some of the great things that are happening here in town, new business, and just let's have a cup of coffee.
Well, and I have been blessed to have several cups of coffee with you, Alex. And food and coffee, what a better way to bring people together, right? You want to bring people together, ring the dinner bell, or tell them you got coffee, and here they come. I've learned that is something, Sharvette, that I learned at my early stages of marketing. If you want people to hang out with you and talk with you so that you can even be visible and even market them at all, take them coffee or take them to lunch, and there you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, listen, thank you both so much. We appreciate you both so much. And there are so many people here today, and there'll be so many more on replay. I just want to encourage all of you to connect with Alex, connect with Sharvette. It doesn't matter where you are. They both can help you. They both have value, and they both, through their business or through all that Mayor Alex is doing here in Albany, have great value to share with you. So thank you to all of you watching, and we're going to let the two of you go here, but hang tight in the green room. We'll be right there. Okay. Ta-da!
Another fabulous time. And I'll just give a shout out to Michael Holt. He's actually on vacation. I believe he's in a nice tropical, maybe Mexico. Get his feet up. He learned how to really enjoy his vacation. I believe he took along a copy of Befuddled, and he's reading that poolside with the palm trees, and he's watching the experience. I just want to encourage everybody. This is what you do on vacation. Watch the experience.
There you go. That's it. No matter where you are, right? I mean, we have people. We had Guatemala join our group. We have people from
Dimitri.
all over.
Yep.
And so we're so thankful. And, this show has got so many friends. And listen, we want to remind everybody, we understand that you're all busy, that you've got life. Our good friend Aaron, man, he's got to run and install HVAC systems, but he took the time to swing by. And, I understand that life happens, but we want to remind you that we are here. We're here to help you and to inspire you, right? And the best way to do that really is to go to our YouTube page. And you can go to our YouTube page there at theexperience.video. You can click on that, subscribe today. You get all the current content as well as the past content with amazing guests we've had. And we would also be blessed if you would just share this out. Share it out because it will sit on the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, right, Scott? On and on and
Absolutely.
on. Into infinity. In what is the word?
Infinity, not inferno.
There you go. I know. I was going to say infirmity. Yeah. Infinity and beyond.
There we go. Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong when you bring together an inspiration specialist and a motivational listener. And we have the most remarkable people in the world as guests, as Sharvette and Alex demonstrated today. Tune in, and it's a better world together. I love the better together.
Amen for that. Amen for that. And you know what? The next show is next Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We want to see you there. And don't forget the experience backstage at 6:30 a.m. on Instagram only. We appreciate all of you. And until we see you again, have a great day and a great life and
enjoy the experience.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.